for a few, and she can come through. It's love.
If you got it from your bed, it's supposed to be about it.
I want to know, because you're a prestigious professional figure, but do you have tattoos?
I don't, but there's a reason.
Yes.
I can't take needles.
Okay.
But I have drawn 3 that people have now.
Oh, so you're an artist too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are 3 that I've actually done that people have. In fact, it's so funny. Today, one of the women who I went to graduate school with, who I had drawn one for, she's down from New Orleans, so she's here and she said, I still got your art. I said, that's cool. That's really cool. And I am the tattoo groupie. So
so you like to
please,
look at them?
I am, in fact, Urban Ink, all
Ooh.
those. Come on, every time
He's street
travel,
too. He knows it.
of course. Every time I travel, you don't even understand how much I love it. You don't even have the ones that I want. I'd have to take some anti-anxiety medicine to get it.
Like, if you could deal with needles, you'd probably be head to toe.
And I'm probably, I know I would be.
Yeah.
No, I'm dead serious. I've wanted one since 1989.
That's a long time. That's when I was born.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
27 years you wanted to
So I did. So I've wanted one since then, and it's just every time I think of it, I'm like, I can't be in there fainting. It'll be a lie.
Yeah.
It'll be like,
Well, in your line of business, it's probably good that you didn't.
I don't know about that.
You're not looking like Lil Wayne or anything.
I wouldn't get one on my
know?
face. No,
Okay.
that I wouldn't do. But I wouldn't do that just because that just seems like it would really hurt.
A lot to go on.
At the end of the day, that's a commitment that I want. But the artists who are the artists are fantastic, and I consider myself an artist, a creative person, and I paint, I write.
Yeah.
And the most creative thing I think anyone could do is start schools.
Exactly.
So it's just an expression of people's
form,
individuality. And those people who are the real artists, like if you look, there are a couple people who you do 3D tattoos. If you look, there are a couple European guys who are just incredible.
Yeah,
They're
very talented.
Oh man, they have one of a woman with what looks like wood on her right leg. It's talented.
It's refreshing to hear you kind of praise tattoos, because a lot of people, in the professional world, they still kind of look down on it, like you shouldn't have them.
It's your body.
Yeah, it's your body. And it doesn't take away from your commitment to your career or anything.
I am so pro-choice that it doesn't really know many bounds.
Yeah.
Your body is yours, and I can't be pro-choice in certain areas of what you do with your body, and anti-choice when something that I wouldn't do to my own body.
Yeah.
That's not how this thing works. It's the same thing with schools. I'm pro-choice because I'm pro-choice for my own kids. So how can I be pro-choice? Less than that for anybody else. I think there's a new generation. There's a new aesthetic. And because it's a new generation, new aesthetic, things change. There was a time when Elvis was young and they were wearing their hair in pompadours.
Yeah.
And so that's what they wore. And that was the thing that no one wanted to see anybody do. And then there were afros, and then there are dreads, and then there are braids, and then there's funny cuts. When I was in college, I used to cut hair, and that was my hustle in school. And I used to cut all these different things in my head. Which is what I did.
Yeah,
it was my
just
form of
expressing
expression.
yourself.
It was the way I did
Exactly.
it. It was the way I did it. But I also understand that that you have to be mindful of where you want to be.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you're going to break the mold, recognize that. My partner in our school in Harlem has a tattoo on his neck.
Yeah.
Among other things. No bearing on whether we're going to work together.
It may affect the status quo, but it doesn't take away from his work ethic.
It's not my business.
Exactly. Yeah.
My line of work is too complicated enough. It's complicated enough for me to be tripping over what somebody does to their body.
Yeah.
Now, on the same token, we wear uniforms in our school, and you will wear a uniform, and that's just that. What I would likely do with a very young person is to discourage them from getting something
So early, yeah.
because I think that people change.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of folks right now who are in my age bracket who have something just above their belt buckle in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, their belt in the back.
Like, I don't think I should get that.
Yeah, they're not there. They're not in that space anymore.
Yeah. Now, something I definitely want to ask you is I've followed you since the Save Our Son series. Obviously, saw you on the Breakfast Club working with Diddy on the charter school. I also follow you on Twitter. Last night, you were talking about, I don't understand how people live in this humidity. In the same way, I agree. I don't know how you guys breathe outside. But I also saw a tweet that you had that you said that Essence Fest was inspiring you and that you dreamt a little too little.
I did.
Can you explain that? Like, how do you...
You know, I looked around the Superdome. And I recognized that while I was watching New Edition, who are contemporaries,
Yeah.
that I could do more. I don't even know how many people the Superdome holds. I just felt like, wow, I dreamed too small. I'm looking at a couple schools.
And then you come here and you see this, you know.
I see 500,000 black people who've come together to celebrate being black. Get free stuff too, but to celebrate being black.
Yeah.
And I know I've dreamed too small. I know I have. And I think that's important for a number of reasons that I acknowledge that. One is because I'm not 26, I'm 46, and that I am an educator, and you know, as an adult who's an educator, it would be easy to think that, you know, that I have my stuff together, right? That I'm already where I want to be, and I don't think I am. Last night I had a moment where I just recognized I'm aiming too low. We have to ramp it up. So when you got that, when the tweet went out, at that same time, I sent emails to my colleagues and said, wake up.
Yeah.
It's time to go to work.
Probably because you're in New York, which is obviously the #1 market, but when you come here, you see people flock from all over the country just to be here, and you're like, now, does that make you have dreams to go national?
Yeah.
To go,
so
yeah.
what it is it hasn't defined itself as yet in terms of what the dream actually looks like. But I do know that this is too small. What I'm thinking now, it's our community's needs. Are too big, and for me to think that I'm going to spend the rest of my life in a couple schools, that can't be the answer. It just can't be. There Ashlees with 2 E's out there who need to go to a good school.
Yeah.
And if I can do something to make that happen, I need to do it. So it also meant that there are times that I have pumped the brakes. There was something I was gonna do, let's say a fundraiser, and I thought, oh, people are just gonna think that I'm name dropping or I'm just bringing stars in just to do it. And then as I sat there, I'm thinking, I could do a New Edition fundraiser at my school. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I mean, Ralph and I were just sitting out there eating fish together. Why wouldn't I do it? And you know, I don't claim to know them, but I know enough people who know them, and you know, if that's what it is, I believe some of them respect all of them who said I met who say they respect our work. So the point is that just watching these cats who I'm contemporaries with, who've been doing this for 30 plus years, and then looking behind me and seeing all the people and just celebrating black success. It's dope. I mean, I don't understand how someone could be here and not be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Just with so many small businesses, big businesses, entrepreneurs and employees and educators and artists and all these people here who are clawing at their dreams. Even I'll tell you this. So last night when we were walking back, I saw these young brothers who had these trikes. And to see the work that they put into them, the paint that they had put on them, the big wheels they put on them, I mean, everybody's got their peacock feathers up. It's just dope. Too small. Way too small. Way too small. I gotta get to work.
Well, it's inspiring to hear that you, who in my opinion, has done so much, even just for the schools in New York and even the Save Our Sons series, that even you still get inspired from going to events like this.
This is,
you know.
I don't know. When you look for inspiration, you find inspiration.
Yeah.
And in all things. And when you look for a reason not to, you'll find that too. What you look for, you will find. Or what I look for, I will find.
Yeah.
And I come here to be inspired.
Yeah.
And recognize there's a difference between being inspired and envious. I'm inspired. I don't want to get up there and do what they're doing. I'm inspired by them. I'm in, backstage with Bishop Jakes, and he's talking about some of the stuff he's doing. I'm thinking, yep, I'm not moving that fast.
Yeah.
I need to leave.
Yeah.
Really, one of the hard parts about this is while I'm here, having to sit, because there's so many things I want to do once I'm here. They just bubble up in me. That what I end up wanting to do is to just go back to work and just go back doing what I've been doing.
Yeah. See, that's enough encouragement for me, inspiration for me. And I'm 27, but I always think to myself, you know, what more could I be doing? Even working in radio, what more could I be doing for education? And your work inspires me because I'm not a mother yet, but I have two nephews who grew up in a city where, you know, they don't put too much money or funding or effort into education. So I struggle with how to inspire or encourage them, like, even though your own schools may not push the importance of education, how do I, as like a family member, inspire them to take it more seriously when they don't have those resources?
Right, and I think that one's a question that many family members ask, especially aunts. It's always the aunt who asks this question.
I'm the aunt in this situation.
It's always the aunt.
Aunt Ashlee with two E's.
Aunt Ashlee with two E's. Well, Aunt Ashlee with two E's. What I think helps is if you start by being the person that you want them to be.
Yeah.
So showing them what life looks like when you do it the way that you're saying that you do it, that it should be done, right? Because so you say something's important, show them that it's important, and then don't allow their circumstances to limit their mindset. So if they think, for instance, that because of their circumstances they can't have anything, you have to do everything you can to change that mindset.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Dr. C. Perry. I look forward to actually seeing your panel later on.
Good.
If I can get out of here on time.
All right. Thank
That's
you,
your
Ashlee.
moderating. Thank you. Do you mind taking a quick picture?